welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem Ladies of Radiance. Princess Elincia's newly formed Crimean army with Arcus as its commander marches to Tor Garen and claims its first victory. Tor Garen is a vast wall guarding Dane's border, manned by battalions of well-trained soldiers. It was long thought impenetrable. Yet the strength of the Crimean army under General Ike's leadership far outstrips Dane's expectations and Tor Garen falls. Learning of Gallia's increasing interest in the war, Ike wastes no time ordering his troops further into the heart of Jaden. The gears of history, which had come to a halt with the fall of Crimea, slowly creaked to life once more. Chapter 19, Entrusted. Naesala! King Naesala of Kilvas, I would speak to you now. I would speak with you now. Oh, if it isn't General Petrine. What brings you up to these frosty mountain peaks? I have no time for pleasantries. Is it true? Has Crimea's armies breached Tor Garen? Though I am loath to report it, this appears to be the case. Kayashin, you worthless dog! Being defeated by that girl's motley band just proves how useless he was. Did I mention Petrine was voiced by Carrie Walgren? Surely it's not the general's fault alone. He was told that Crimea's army was weak and that Tor Garen was impregnable. And yet, he was defeated. I'd say that someone severely underestimated our enemy, wouldn't you? What was that? Do you dare to insult Dayan, Crow? Men have forfeited their lives for less. Insult Dayan? Never. Come now, General Petrine, I'm merely stating the facts. Regardless of the previous battle's outcome, Crimea's army will be stopped here. I will be taking the field myself. Sounds like you've set the stage for a grand performance. General Petrine, Kilvas will always stand at Dane's side, as long as we receive our payment, of course. If gold is all it takes, then may our friendship never end. See to it that your performance warrants such consideration. Homasa, come here! Yes? Work with King Kilvas and put a stop to the Crimea's army. No screw-ups, or else! Leave it to me, General. I will not suffer another failure. King Kilvas, you must finish them, and do so quickly. Are we clear? Arr! I'm sick to death of being made a fool by that Crimean floozy and her pathetic band of sellswords. And the remaining portion of my fee. Don't worry, we have it ready. You'll get paid when the job is done. As long as we're clear on that point, everything's settled. Well then, I'm off. Dog's breath, even by half-breed standards, those crows are complete scum. Give that one even the smallest opening, he'll steal the eyes from your skull. What an untrustworthy wretch. Ruffle! Hold up. Alright, so they give no info about Naesala, or at least not now. Wrath. I'm gonna get rid of Provoke from you. I wouldn't want you getting focused, that's why. Increases hit percentage, increases dodge. Does that mean, like, what, critical evasion? I don't know if I should give it to Titania. They never get low enough. The only one who might get low enough is Jill. But sure, let's give it to Jill. Any other skills? No? More strength. Better for me. Silver weapons, must-haves. Let's see, I think I'm done there. Brave bow, long bow, ruffle. I think I'll be fine. Let's go.
So, General, there look to be a lot of enemy soldiers ahead. Mostly Dayan, but there are some crows from Kilvas as well.
More than our last fight?
Yeah, there's a lot, but the most troubling thing is that King Kilvas is with them.
The Crow King himself is cooperating with Dayan?
Yep, and compared to the other crows, the king is in a class by himself. Obviously he's no match for our king, but anyway, you should move carefully.
An entire unit under the command of King Kilvas. I think that bodes ill for us. The outcome of the battle hinges on how we deal with them. Kilvas soldiers, As fellow bird tribe Lagoos, what can you tell us about them?
Please don't lump us together with those carrion birds.
We're not partial to the crows. I think I'm losing my voice. As you know, we are outmanned by the Dayan troops. Is there any way to get the ravens to withdraw? That would be a tremendous help.
Well, I suppose I could go with meet with King Kilvas if I had to. I don't think that my speaking to him is going to make a difference, though.
If you like, we will try, but don't expect anything to come of it. No matter the circumstance, I will never again speak to a crow.
No matter what we decide, sitting here like this is giving the enemy more time to prepare.
You're right. Come on, let's get moving. Okay, out. Bring on Janaff. Because I do want Naesala to leave me in peace. Instead of having to worry about him all the time. Let's see, who else? Probably... I can give Lithe a break. Let's get Stefan in. A lot of magic as well, so he's going to be a pain no matter what. Sword. I mean, I could take Volcane and steal one of those weapons, but again, it's just a waste of a unit spot. And this is Ladies of Radiance, but I've managed to sub in 2 men. Let's go. Sir, the Crimean army has arrived. I hope they are prepared to pass into oblivion, for this will be their final resting place. Crimean stragglers joined with an army on loan from Benyon. I've even heard they have a betrayer in their midst, and yet they still march on. What an odd group, but as long as Kilvas stands at the side of Dayan, they have no future. Ah, I suppose they're just unlucky. It appears the enemy has spotted us. Well, a group this large is hard to miss. Now will you proceed? No tricks, nothing fancy. We'll hit him from the front, fast and hard. And I'm sure you're already aware of this, but if you don't do something about Kilvas, you're at a disadvantage. Yes, I've heard about the Ravens, but even so, it's not as if we can turn tail and run away. Now that I think on it, King Kilvas and Prince Racing used to be close friends. Did you ask him to speak to the king? He was most empathetic in his refusal. It seems that Naesala was responsible for Racing's capture at the hands of Duke Tanis. I can't really blame him. And the Hawks? They too are the bird tribes. Surely some connection can be found there? They weren't very excited about the suggestion. You could command them to do it. There's an antagonism between the tribes that we don't understand. I'd rather not force the issue. Trying to coerce them into it will be unfair. I will let them do as they please. And that is so very like you. However, giving orders that are unpopular is often necessary when one is in command, and maybe so. But I can only do the things best I know how. Things the best I know how. My own way. Come, it's time to go. First order of business, get rid of the ballisticians. Although I don't want Tarnith to go in, you do not have a full guard. Marcia has a full guard, you do not. Oh shit. I've made a terrible mistake, haven't I? Ugh. Huh. In the end, the killer axe did not land a crit. Tarnith reinforce me just as soon as I get some more vision. Yeah, Tarnith reinforce me. Marcia, if you will. Lovely first level up for you. Counter. Not yet. I'll hold off on it. Thunder. go. There we go. Nine, right? Yeah. Good. A lot better than your last lot of stats you gained, or stats. Stay close, please. Gotcha. Oh, black wings. Among human, these are considered bad omens, are they not? Then take these omens as fact, and let them herald you to the afterlife. Direct hit. Impressive, holy god. You.
King Kilvas, you egg-stealing snake!
One of Tabarn's flock, eh? You are his eyes, if I'm not mistaken.
It's not enough that you sold the White Prince to humans, now you're fighting against Lagoos?
You Hawks rescued Racing, didn't you? So everything worked out in the end. What's the problem?
I'd like you to repeat those words to the prince's face.
Racing is here? Here? Why?
He supports the Crimean army. The Bjork leading this army helped him to escape Serenus Forest.
Helped him? Are you saying a human came to the aid of Racing? A Lagoos?
Yes, and he rescued Princess Leanne, too.
Leanne is alive?
Don't play the fool. You know the life of the forest has returned. That was their power at work.
I see. That's how the force. Of course.
Listen up, Crow. You need to fly over there and talk to the prince. If you don't do it, I'm gonna know that you really are the enemy and report that back to King Tabarn. Think it over.
Yes. What to do? That was nothing. Marcia. Still no luck. Come on, Jill. You're really tilting me. Very nice, Marcia. Gotcha. L Thunder. Have you capped magic? No. Alright, now you fell asleep. 5 turns. But Mist still kills you. Get luck. Wish you were balanced though. Ether! Oh. Nice. Like that. Do we need a ward? Or does that count as physical damage when it's right in front? Something like this. Marcia, if you will. Marcia. Oh, an elixir. Fascinating. It makes a big difference. Do you have any skills? Adept. That's the only scary thing you got, though. Seriously? Janaff! Fucking hell. This Tana can finish you. Gotcha. It seems you're quite a fencer. Shall I teach you something? Sheath your blade. If that's all the skill you possess, you're not ready to challenge me. What? Have at you! I kind of forgot he had a silver sword for a moment. Or it would have been like, had he successfully, he would have killed me. Alien staves. I mean, grit. It's fine. My sword is lightning. Do you think you can follow its dance? Good, Ruffle. Your fighting style is unique. It's rough and awkward, yet terribly strong. Who was your teacher? My father. Really? Then we are the same. My father taught me to wield a sword as well. Neither of us can afford to lose. No! Oh, what a shame. Oh, he's getting more powerful. Can't take that away from him. King Naesala, the Daean army has been routed. How nice. What a lot of braggarts they turn out to be. Very well. Let us withdraw as well. Are you sure? If we retreat now, what will General Petrine say? Promises made to humans are worth less than a dead snake. Forget about her. Losing the remainder of our payments stings, but still, you can't buy your life back, can you? Good point. Well made, sir. Fly, my dark wings. We return to Kilvas. We won. Somehow.
My Lord Ike, I'm so pleased to see you well. You haven't been injured, have you?
Princess Alicia, I'm fine. I'm unharmed.
Oh, that's good.
Ike, may I have a word? And if you don't mind, Princess Alicia, would you join us as well? Please join me in that building.
Could it be?
Let's go and see.
This is...
Holy. Incredible, no? It's gold, all of it. Daean must be filthy rich. There's so much, it doesn't even seem real. What do we do with it? It's the spoils of war, so naturally it's ours. In that case, I'd like to borrow 50,000. Would that be alright? That's a lot of money. What are you planning on doing? It's a private matter. I apologize, Commander. You're not a child. There's no reason for me to pry.
My Lord Ike, please use this gold for the mercenary company. Until now, I haven't had the resources to adequately pay them, so please.
No, if I may borrow the 50,000, that would be more than... You won't borrow it, you'll accept it, and in good faith. The remainder we'll give to Soren for company maintenance. Would that be alright, Princess Alicia?
Yes, of course. General Petrine? But please, General, I'm just a messenger. However, I have to tell you, I already heard, you dunderhead. I hated those filthy crows right from the start. Even so, to be betrayed in such a fashion, someone will pay for this. Oh, you certainly had your way with us, didn't you, King Kilvas? But if you want to make an enemy of Daean, then so be it. Once Galley has fallen, we'll turn our attention to your puny nation and wipe it off the face of the world. Why are you still there? Do you find me amusing? Shall I make my lance dance for you? No, ma'am. No, never. Not at all. I beg your pardon. So sorry. I'll be going now. Dog's breath. I need something. A brilliant plan. If this continues much longer, the king will have my head. You wanted to see me? You've waited a long time. Take this. It's the gold you were promised. Finally scraped it together, eh? I'll gladly accept it. Aren't you going to count it? There's no need. I'll trust you. Alright then. Alright. Then I'll take what was promised. The report you wrote for my father. There isn't one. What? There is no report. Never was. You lied to me? You exploited my need to know more. You exploited my need to know more about my father? There is something I must tell you. However, it could not be written down. It is too great of a secret for that. Your father told me to wait until I thought you were mature enough to hear it, and then to tell you myself. Mature? Then what was the 50,000 gold for? Ah, the gold. That was my idea. I thought it would be a good way to test how resourceful and responsible you are. Get started. I want to hear it all. I spent a long time as Grail's hired shadow. A long time. I remained hidden from sight in case the day ever arrived that I need to fulfill my contract. All that time for one job. What was it? If Grail were to ever go berserk, I was to stop him. I was to take his life. What? Actually, there was one other thing. If Grail were ever slain by his pursuers, I was to watch over his son and tell him Grail's secret at an appropriate time. That was my job. Berserk? What are you talking about? Why would you have to kill my father? Because of Laurent's medallion. What medallion? What are you talking about? The medallion your sister carries. Huh? That old bronze thing? I thought it was just a keepsake of my mother's. Are you telling me that it's something more? Grail told me it was an object of great peril, but nothing more. I did some investigating on my own, though. And what I discovered surprised me. Tell me. Laurent was one of the Heron clan, an ancestor of our Prince Racing, who carried with him a bronze medallion. Long, long ago, a band of heroes defeated an evil god and imprisoned it therein. An evil god? Do you think this is funny? You are joking, aren't you? Unfortunately, I am not, and I have no idea how the cursed thing came to be in Grail's possession. That being said, I do know the men who hunted your father are actually seeking the medallion. Why they wanted it and what they plan to do with it. Just thinking about it gives me the chills. I'm finding all this a little hard to believe. You said the medallion was an object of great peril, didn't you? Then why would my father allow Miss to carry it around? That doesn't make any sense. It's because she can carry it safely. Actually, she's the only one who can. If you want proof, think back. Have you ever once touched it? No, I haven't. A long time ago, I remember reaching out for it while Miss had it. I'm not okay? A long time ago, I remember reaching out for it while Miss had it in her hand. My father scolded me harshly. After that, I assumed it was my sister's alone, and I never reached for it again. Compared to other people, the balance within your sister is extremely strong. Your mother, it seems, was the same. That's why they could bear it safely. The medallion is like a strong poison. It takes the worst aspects of a person and magnifies them 1,000-fold. Grail touched it only once and it drove into complete madness. So that's what you meant when you said he went berserk? That's right. Bjork and Laguz are made up of two forces, balance and chaos. In this, there is no difference between us. It is the proportion of balance to chaos that determines how much the medallion affects a person. In that sense, it predicts how much harm that person might do. Your father was one of the preeminent swordsmen of his generation. That day, after he touched the medallion, 20 soldiers had come for him. 20 highly trained killers. Your father barely broke a sweat cutting him down. Then he began attacking his neighbors, those who had taken him in, concealed his identity, and called him friend. He slew them one by one,
until your mother rushed in, thinking only to save her husband from himself. Hooah! It was over in an instant. Your mother grabbed the medallion from his hand and stepped away from him. And they say she smiled as he pulled his sword from her breast and forgave him as as blood spilled onto the street. My father killed my mother? No, that can't be. It was a medallion. Even its power is too great for any man, even one of your father's caliber. Me, you, if either of us touched it, I'm certain we would both have been consumed by madness. When your father regained his senses, he tracked me down. It seems he had heard rumors of me some time before. He said he had need of someone like me, closed-mouthed, skilled, and most importantly, willing to do any sort of work. Of course, after hearing what he wanted me to do, I turned him down. Grail was once a famed general. He was Sir Gawain, one of Dane's 4 riders, and I recognized him at once. There was no chance someone like me would ever be able to stop him. But you took the job anyway. Why did you change your mind? Grail has lost his wife, and his grief was overpowering. To keep anything like that from happening again, he crippled himself. He slashed the tendons in his sword hand so they could not wield his sword again. I took the job only because he had to become someone my skill could handle. Even then, he was still far stronger than most men. I don't know what to say. That is Grail's secret, as I know it. I now entrust to you the responsibility of seeing that a medallion does not fall into the wrong hands. Your sister must keep it. As my father lay dying, he told me to forget everything and live in peace. What did he mean? He didn't want you to lose yourselves and go hunting for revenge, I suppose. He was killed much, much sooner than he ever expected to be. So my father's dying wish was for me to protect the medallion. If I can do that, everything will be alright? I believe so. At the very least, that must take precedent over everything else. I understand. Oh, one last thing. What is it? Do you want to hire me in the event that you go berserk someday? If we make a deal now, you won't have to worry about it anymore. As for payment, I can take it out of the 50,000 you just gave me. What do you say? Please. That's a wise decision. And in that case, I no longer need to conceal my true identity. Huh? I'm not really a thief. I'm an assassin. From now on, I'll take on any job you've got, no matter how dirty. Father, Mother, oh why? And that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem Ladies of Radiance. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Support me on Patreon if you like, share on social media, find me on social media.